If there's one lesson that the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us, it's that being financially secure during times of uncertainty is crucial. This includes having a financial safety net to protect against job loss or other unforeseen events, and saving and investing for the future. But our money skills continue to lag, according to a 2019 financial literacy survey by Visa, which found that 43% of respondents in the UAE felt they were not ready to manage their own money. Another 53% said schools did not prepare them enough to take care of their finances. And this is where Rolly Brocales is hoping to make a difference. The managing director of a restaurant chain is on a mission to help his 90 employees save for their futures by teaching them financial literacy skills. Welcome to Pocket Full of Dirhams. I'm Felicity Glover, the personal finance editor at The National. Joining me today is Rolly Brocales, managing director of UAE seafood restaurant chain Off the Hook. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Pocket Full of Dirhams on your favorite podcasting app. Hi, Rolly. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in today. So tell me, what inspired you to empower your employees to learn smart money skills? I mean, there must have been something there that sparked this whole idea.
For me, I just want to impart what worked for me to the people around me, and simple things that bring peace of mind if you are financially stable, and like having an emergency fund. Yeah, that's very important, especially nowadays. A lot of people are not aware or not practicing it. It is my vision to see everyone, go back home in a better state.
Are all of them involved in your financial literacy workshops?
Yeah, they are. They are. We conduct some seminars. We invite some, financial advisor to help us out.
Okay. And what were some of the financial issues that your employees were experiencing? I mean, I think that the pandemic possibly may have played a part in some of their issues, perhaps?
Because most of us are Filipinos, since we are family-oriented, we send remittances to our family. So if it does not stick to a budget, and there are emergency back home, if someone are not, diligent enough to save a portion of their salary, then the tendency is to borrow money. And sometimes it becomes a cycle. So every time they need, so you have to ask a friend, or even worse is from the company. We need to end that cycle. That also brings a lot of stress, which can ultimately affect work and how do you deal with your colleagues and the people around you.
I totally agree. I mean, I think you're right that the stress that debt can bring really does affect your everyday life, from work to home to kind of everything that you're doing. And, by ignoring it as well, that makes it worse. So can I ask you as well, I mean, you're helping them learn financial literacy skills. What sorts of things are you teaching them? Is it about credit card debts, not taking loans? Is it about saving or investing, or setting financial goals, perhaps?
Just like a baby steps, so once you hire, we encourage you to open an account back home, and then we start savings. And from the time on, you create already your emergency fund, and that's the time you will save, through some mutual funds. If you have enough money, so you can, put your money in the stocks, the stock market. And then we do have an Excel sheet, monitoring them what the monthly expenses and the monthly income. So it's easy, actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you're an accountant by profession, aren't you? You haven't always been, a partner and managing director of Off the Hook, correct?
Yes, that's right.
I'm assuming that these skills are really helping you to recognize how important it is to help your employees.
Yeah, I walk the talk, basically. You cannot give what you don't have, really. So I'm practicing things that our employees can see us, and even our friends and the people surround us. Sometimes you cannot learn it from the school. Actually, how to compute, and there are a lot of things around us that we need to consider. So I think budgeting is very important. especially nowadays, personal or even the company itself. As an entrepreneur, for me, that's very important.
It would definitely. And you say that you walk the talk. Can you tell me what it is that you do? With your financial goals and how you save money, for example.
So I live in 70% of all my income, what I'm receiving right now. That includes remittance for my parents back home and all the expenses here. And the 20%, I'll make it sure that I need to save it, the 20%. And the 10%, it's up to you if you are supporting any, advocacy or any, supporting any in the church so that you can give. And because if you are monitoring all these expenses, you might end up, spending of your total income of 60% only. And you can add again the 10% to your savings, or you can invest more.
Can I ask you, with these, helping your team learn, the importance of smart money skills, what difference are you seeing that it's making? Have you noticed a change perhaps in their mindset, their outlook, and financial and life goals?
They tend to think more long term now, and they're very cautious of spending their income. And some of them are learning the basics, are looking out for investment vehicle that's available in the market, especially in the Philippines. And sometimes they are talking about how much they save. It's nice to hear that, especially from your staff discussing some investment.
That would be quite incredible. And I'm wondering, do they kind of have a bit of a competition between themselves now? It's like, well, I've saved this, or I've found this great investment and it's making, X amount every year and things like that.
Yeah, actually, pre-COVID, when we encouraged them to open an account, what we've done is to declare, like for example, from January to December, how much you save from your salary. And we're giving a reward on that pre-COVID. So we are encouraging them to save and save. And after December, we give them some extra money, a reward per se.
That's a very good incentive, I think. I was going to ask you about the company share scheme that you've set up. Is that also one of your, incentives to help staff save money and prepare for the future?
We have an incentive program for all the employees. We set a certain target of each branch, and then we encourage them. Like for example, if there's any opportunity, like we're opening in Sharjah, a branch, so the share or the incentive, they can keep the incentive. Like for example, in the month they hit the target because we have like a tier of 2%, 3%, and 5%. So if they hit the target, so it's up to them. I'm encouraging them to keep it in the company for how many months, and they get this amount, like for example, 50,000, like for example, and they can have a share for the branch that we are opening.
Okay. And how do they react to that? That must be quite incredible, to have, almost like as an employee, but also having an ownership in the business that you're working for.
There's hesitant to do that, but most of them they are willing to invest in to keep that money, the incentive in the company to get the share.
Definitely. And do you think as well that it's also helping them, for example, boost productivity in the workplace by knowing that they do have a stake in the company?
If we're doing that, develop a sense of ownership for the business, and they care more and mindful of their daily responsibilities in the company, knowing that when tasks are performed properly, there's a greater productivity for a business unit. And at the end, they will produce more benefit and for them.
What are some of the goals that the employees are sort of saving towards? Is it education? Is it buying a property when they finally return? Or is it, saving for their retirement?
Going back home, it's not an easy working again. So we need to save for our retirement. And some of those are for education of children.
Do you feel that this is your mission in life, to help as many people that you come into contact with, to understand how important it is to have financial literacy skills?
I think that's the basic needs for all of us. It's easy to earn money, really, especially here in UAE. But the important is how you are keeping it, how you are saving it. And most of us, they don't mind spending it all. And later on, they will realize that they don't have money anymore, or they are living luxurious life here and then go back home without any investment. So sad to hear those stories.
What would you tell employers who are thinking about adopting this type of approach to help their employees become financially literate? What are the benefits that you can talk about to help everybody understand, just how important it is to have financial security?
Financial literacy is a personal decision and commitment. If you are passing on this knowledge, practice to another person, you should be actively walking the talk. Our organization took the initiative to share financial literacy to our team. And management team we are financial literate as well, advocates who believe the benefits of this practice in our organization. Teaching how to manage finances is not easy, but once both employees and employer see the importance of sound financial management, the company will able to build a strong culture in terms of proper money management, which they can pass on their family as well and the community. And a person who is abundant and do not constantly worry about the scarcity can focus on their, ideas and to lead positive result in personal, in the organization.
Thank you this week to Off the Hook Managing Director Rolly Brocales. If you would like advice on your personal finance issues, you can write to me at pf@thenational.ae. And remember, PF stands for Personal Finance. Please do subscribe to Pocketful of Dirhams on your podcasting app to receive weekly updates. And also leave us a review so we know what you think. This episode was produced by Aisha Khan and Arthur Edison, and I've been your host, Felicity Glover.